ENFJs have a lot of power, but they often don't know it. Is it better to know your power or to be unaware of it? When they're unaware of it, it puts them in a very humble space. They remain humble, and therein lies some of the power. They're not highfalutin. They're not gracing everyone with, I am amazing, I'm wonderful, I can do this, I can do that. So there's a naturalness that comes with their power. They sort of glide into that status. They can rise to the top in organizations, and they can do so without really knowing their power. And even if they are aware, they sort of fly under the radar in their own mind, because once you become aware of that power, then what are you going to do with it? Do you become pompous, cocky? Do you abuse it? Do you use it to your advantage? I think they will use it to their advantage, but there's a piece of ENFJ that wants to remain humble at all times. They fear not being humble because they see what arrogance can do to people. Yet they sort of stay oblivious to how they are moving and shaking things. It's almost a little scary to become too aware of what they're capable of doing. It's almost like they could lose it. Drake once said, all of this that people are loving right now could change one day, and I could be at the bottom of the barrel. So he was very, very aware of that dynamic. Trust is part of the power. ENFJs build trust. So it doesn't matter how high you are, how low you are in an organization, what your status is. ENFJ sort of plays on this level playing field. They kind of meet you where you're at, no matter who you are. There's not this haughtiness, or I can only hang with these people. They want to hang with everybody, and they want you to feel comfortable. They want to put you at ease. Now, here's a key difference between some people who are power hungry and those who maintain an innocence, like ENFJs do. They're not trying to be on your level or gain trust so that they can outwit you, although there are situations where they will need to outwit some people. But for the most part, it's just because they want to be a safe place. They know the value of building people up, not tearing them down. You can get so much more out of a person when they feel at ease, when they feel empowered. And that's what an ENFJ wants to get. That's why they want to get close enough to you so that they can play that role in your life, not to trick you and become powerful over you. They feel like there are no small acts in the play. Everyone's character, everyone's role is important. And so there's a level of innocence that ENFJs can tap into, and they can seemingly seem like they are unaware of what they're doing and they're just doing it. And part of them is unaware because ENFJs, when they relax enough and they let themselves propel forward, they can make very impactful leaders. I'll give you an example. Like the other day, I was doing something at work and one of my bosses started giggling. Tamara, like, oh my gosh, like, how did you know to do that? Like, I'm just fascinated because I'll see an area of need and I take charge. I just do it. I just go for it. I don't ask, should I do this? No. Me as an ENFJ, building confidence has come over time. And I just go for it. I just step into it. I just do it. I just take action. I see a need, I see a hole, I see an issue, and I put the Band-Aid over it. I don't need to ask. I don't need to say, oh oh my gosh, am I overstepping my boundaries? No, there's no time for that. Just do it. Just go for it. And I know she was wondering, like, how do you know how to do this stuff? Some of that comes with age. It comes with practice. It comes with building confidence, because an ENFJ can also shirk back, where they can go into insecure mode. And it might be because they haven't had enough experience in an area, and so they don't know what the heck they're doing. There are still times when I don't know what the heck I'm doing. There's consultation. Somebody told me about taking charge of a situation at their jobs the other day, but then they talked to some people and said, do you think we should do it this way? Or do you think, because that's what I'm thinking, or should we go another way? And they were like, I think we should go this other way because this will save time. And they felt like, wow, I just lost my leadership in that moment. And I'm like, heck no. That's what being a leader is all about. It's about consultation. It's about collaborating. This is democracy. So sometimes being a leader is about collaborating with other people to come up with the best solutions. It's not feeling like, oh my gosh, I feel so insecure because I don't know the answer. Talk to other people, gather information. That's what ENFJs do anyway. And growing up, I often got in trouble for that. You don't do what we tell you to do. Like, it seems like you sometimes do the opposite, like you're not listening. And I told them, I gather information. I talk to lots of people. I talk to 5 or 6 people, and then I put it together in a way that takes little pieces of this or takes away that, and then I come up with a solution that's going to work for me and my personality style. And sometimes I can be a little aggressive with feeling like these people need to just listen to me. I'm telling you the right way to do it, and they're not listening. I can get you out of this treacherous situation. You got to just listen, follow the map. I can be that map right now because I know, and people don't listen. Sometimes people have to learn their own way, and that's okay. But I feel like when somebody is asking for my expertise on something, I don't feel like a dictatorship. Like, you have to take what I'm saying and do it exactly, because I know that something I say could help them get a better understanding of how they want to do things. And I'm okay with it. Do what works for your personality style. But I'm still here to collaborate and talk to you. ENFJs can build. You might start off low and then you build. Go higher, go taller, go bigger, go wider. Now I'm really aggressive in my style. I'm aggressive. Let me tell you this. As an ENFJ, you can be in any situation and you can make things work. That's ENFJ power. It's about adapting, adjusting, pivoting, moving in a different angle when necessary, knowing who you're dealing with. ENFJ power comes from understanding people. And they will kind of stop at nothing trying to figure out each person, and not just what makes them tick, but just understanding them on a deeper level. One of the places that I previously worked at was highly toxic. There were moments when I had to stop myself because I was like, I'm about to go off. Like, I'm about to let these people have it. Like, I don't care who they are. And then something would say, no, do not do that. Be Martin Luther King and just go with the flow. What they didn't know is that I was constantly pivoting. This is a mistake that some people, some MBTI types make. They will still try to just completely do their personality. Like, no, I have to do things exactly this way because I want to do things the right way, even though everybody in the organization is doing things the wrong way. And I'm not talking about committing crimes. I'm talking about constant chaos. So if you're in a chaotic environment, how is an ENFJ going to handle that? It will be aggravating at first until they start to understand their own power. So if I'm in chaos, it's going to irritate me, but not like it used to. I'm going to put my car in neutral and I'm going to coast, because I have to save my sanity. I have to save my energy. So I'm going to coast. So you got people giving you these idiotic orders. They're giving you their work to do. I might not fight that. I might say, okay, I'm going to go with what you're telling me to do while I'm in neutral. So you're giving me your job to do. You're the boss. You have the power to hire and fire. So guess what? I'm going to go with what you're telling me to do. The other half of me is going to shut down that piece that I'm quote unquote supposed to be doing, because you're not giving me the room to do that. So I could be elevating your company and your organization. I could be taking it to the next level. I'm gonna turn the ignition off on that, and we're gonna go with what you want to go with. I'm still getting paid. And this organization, when I tell you it was an F rating, but I still got the same paycheck and I got to save my sanity. So I'm not over here trying to do my job the correct way and implement all these pieces that are going to elevate this company. Why? Because they're just going to destroy it. There's going to be envy. There's going to be jealousy. There's going to be, who do you think you are? Don't listen to her. I saw that in the beginning. If you're going to tell everybody, don't listen to her, don't do what she said, but then you come to me and say, when are you going to do something big? The answer is, I'm never doing anything big for you because you can't handle it. You're playing both sides of the fence. So what do you want me to do? I will do that to the best of my ability, but you're not going to get that other piece, because it's not that I'm just purely trying to be rebellious, but ENFJ power kind of knows that I have to navigate differently. See, let me tell you a secret. ENFJ power knows how to learn from the best, but they also know how to learn from the worst. You got to know how to play the game. You got to know how to do both. You need to know how to execute. And ENFJ at their highest level, at their best, they're going to bring things that puts everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that they've learned from, and they're going to go to higher heights always. And I think for me, what helped me was having an INTJ parent. I think every kid does to some degree need a parent that knows how to help them elevate, because some people haven't learned how to elevate. They have somebody that's telling them, oh, that was so wonderful and that's so great. And I think kids and people need that. People need a ton of positivity. I believe in that 1,000%. You get more out of people when you help them elevate in positive ways. But I think with parents, I think you also have to help them go to the next level. I couldn't do a piano recital and do a lousy job and get told that was so great. You did a good job.
I already knew it sucked.
My mom would tell me, and some people may disagree with that, but I got told the truth. That wasn't very good. And yes, that was hurtful and painful, but I already knew the truth. I already knew that, no, you're not doing your project for school like that. That's crappy. We got to take that to the next level. And so I don't know I think all ENFJs are capable of next leveling what they do. I can always do better. And I don't always do my best. I don't. I do the best that I can with the time that I have. So I'm not saying that, but there have been organizations that kind of let me take the reins, kind of that believed in me, that saw my gifts, my talents, and they let me go for it. They're like, where did you come from? I know that sounds arrogant and cocky, but honestly, I really don't allow myself to go there much, or to even really acknowledge, hey, you know what? You're capable. ENFJs are capable of a lot. They can take places, people to the next level, but you got to get out of your own way, because there is an element of insecurity in every ENFJ. They are driven by fear. They are driven by insecurity. But when they use that insecurity and fear to make themselves better, that's where the power comes in. It's not that they know how to do everything or that they're these completely psychic people that understand everything. No, it's building on your experience and being willing to do that, being willing to take your failures, being willing to be autonomous at times, being willing to say, okay, what can I do better? Some people are like, I want to get rid of this. Take this over. You do it. I need somebody to help me. ENFJs are not going to be like that. They're going to be independent to some degree and try to figure it out. So if you're a new boss, I had somebody in the comments saying, I'm a new boss and people are looking at me and they're being mean. It could be the environment. But I think you have to take the reins and go with it. Like, this is how I want to do things. And they may not agree, but they're not in charge right now. I am. And so I have to do this the way I see fit. Doesn't mean not listening to people or disregarding everything that everyone says. I think that's a gift for an ENFJ too. They can take into consideration other people's thoughts and feelings on how to do things. But I think you have to figure out, okay, which piece of this am I good at? And I'm just going to go for it. Insecurity and all, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to step all over this. I'm going to go for it. And if I fail, I fail, but it's not going to be because I shirked back or I let my insecurity rule. They have to learn how to find those pieces of themselves that they are good at, and lead with it, finesse it. Everybody's not going to like you. There are going to be some haters. There's going to be some envy. I think ENFJs can be envied by some people, and that can cause them to reevaluate, to reflect. It's okay to do that to some degree, but to the other degree, they need to just accept the fact, radically accept that there are going to be some haters. There are going to be some people that are seeing you doing great things, and they're going to try to make you retract backwards. Do not fall prey to that. You keep moving forward. You keep being you, and just realize that your intuition, your understanding of people, your let me talk to this person from this angle and see what happens. You also need to, with your power, understand how to sidestep abuse. And even some of the best people, like even in relationships, they might say, wow, this person is so agreeable. I can probably sleep with this person and they're going to find out, no, you can't. No, you can't. Not with this ENFJ. I try to take my kindness for weakness, but I'm going to fly above that. And also, when you get in situations that you know are super, super toxic, always have your face towards the exit sign. How can I get out of this? Even if you have no idea how, even if you have no plan, even if you feel stuck, always fly above the turbulence in your mind. Like, I'm not going to stay here. I know somebody who tells me I'm not leaving this toxic environment because I'll just hop into another toxic environment. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. If I have to hop out of 5 or 10 toxic environments, you're not going to get my gifts and my talents. I'm not going to keep giving it to you. I don't know how I'm going to escape, but I have faith. I have faith. I'm going to get out of this. It's time to go. It's time to move to the next thing and watch how things shift, and talk to Jesus, talk to God. He will help you. But you got to set your mind frame on when it's time to go, I'm going to go. There are some people who miss their opportunities because they get stuck in abuse, in abusive relationships, work environments. You might be in those for a while, but you got to believe in your escape. That is the power of an ENFJ. I might give up for a moment, but not forever. So ENFJ, start tapping into your superpowers. You got a lot of it. And if you're having issues with your romance, check out my book, Flip the Script on Love. If you're having difficulty with toxic people, check out The Workplace Narcissist. I wrote both of those books in some ways to help myself. So they can help you too. Make sure you subscribe, share my videos. My channel can be difficult to find, so share it. Make sure you subscribe so that you can find it again. And I'll see you wonderful, amazing people on the next video. Remember your power. Bye.